Welcome to the JAMODI podcast. We are all surrounded by amazing coaches and leaders. So let's get an inside look at not just what they do, but how they do what they do. After all, becoming the best versions of ourselves is JAMODI, just a matter of doing it. The JAMODI podcast is powered by Sideline Interactive. Sideline Interactive is the leading manufacturer for high-quality, innovative scoring tables and LED video display boards that help coaches and schools bring more excitement to fans, create huge fundraising opportunities, and make their jobs easier. Visit sidelineinteractive.com to check out their amazing products. So we have talked a little bit about confidence and how you instill that in players, but I want to go a little bit deeper, if you can, of it is something that I feel like as coaches we need to be conscious of. I think it's debatable whether we create confidence in players or not. And I think most coaches would say that confidence comes from their hard work and preparation, but we do play a part in that. How do you build confidence in your players?
That's a great question, Coach. And of course, there is a part that is hard work, preparation, all the stuff on there. I think that is a huge part of it. But, to me, Coach, if we could, a lot of these kids could use a sports psychologist, right? Like, I think there's so much that there's so many things going through these kids' heads right now. We spend a lot of time in one-on-one meetings with kids. I try to bring a kid in basically every day before practice. And
Nice.
Again, there's so many in our program. There's 60 something.
2 months, you're going to get through everybody.
Yeah. So it's hard, but to me, Coach, it's a lot of let's spend time in the office and let's have conversations because they need to hear from the coach. To me, when you bring a kid in and you just talk a little bit, hey man, we need you. These are the reasons why you're important. These are the things you do for us. That just gives them a lift every time that happens. And so I try to spend a lot of time with our guys doing that. So there's a lot of meetings before practice starts of just taking time, pulling a guy aside while they're warming up, talking to them on the side while maybe one of the other coaches is kind of running a drill, bringing them over. We spend a lot of time giving some just affirmations to kids, and I think that has given a lot of payoff for us because you can see, there's a lot of kids in high school. You can see the up and down. You can almost see it on their face when they miss a shot. We lost them today, right? He's missed his first three. I just lost him just like that. So we spend a lot of time in the one-on-one, and I think that has been a huge part. And the other part, Coach, is like you said, when they buy into the system, when they believe in what you're doing, I think it gives them a lot of confidence to play free. And when we have given our guys a ton of freedom, hey, this is what we do. These are your options here. Go be a basketball player because we trust you. And I think because of that, our guys now, they feel like they can go out there and they can do what they do. There's not a lot of thought. There's not a lot of I've got to sit and I got to think. They get to just go be basketball players now. And as long as it's good basketball, as long as it's in our system, as long as it's the things that we preach day to day, you've got the freedom to let the ball go. You've got the freedom to make that decision. And I think our guys are now learning, okay, I can shoot that shot and I don't have to look over my shoulder. I try as much as I can to not be a bad shot guy. I'm not saying I never do it, but I try as much as I can to if there's good things going on, if there's good basketball happening, we're going to win and lose the way we play. And as long as we're playing our style, we're doing what we do, there's just going to be some games where we get beat, but we're going to go down swinging how Bowie goes down swinging.
I do love that approach right there. Sometimes, with this style of play, coaches will say, well, what beats you? Well, typically bigger, faster, stronger, better beats us.
Yes.
And we tip our hat and we watch some film and see how maybe close we were and in some areas and how other areas we still need to clean up. But those areas typically aren't new. They're typically the things that we talk about every day anyway, that we're and each season, it seems like each team has different areas, where they need to improve. And so one thing I thought a takeaway from what you said was, or with your one-on-one meetings, you're building relationships.
Right.
How do we build confidence in our players? Build relationships. Right. Because if you don't know, me and Matt Garnett, our girls coach up here, he's the MG and MG basketball. We work camps during the summer. and I get to see these kids for a day, and a half a day, a full day, half a day. And parents will come up to me after and be like, "Oh, thank you so much for just instilling him with some confidence." And I want to be like, just so you know, like, I'm not even sure your kid's name. I don't know. I mean, is it Johnny? Is that who you're talking about? No, but like, he might be standing right there. But I really want to tell him, like, we didn't, because we actually discuss with them. We teach them where confidence comes from. It comes from your preparation, and then it comes from what you think about all day. And we teach them that they are the ones responsible for their confidence. Coaches can't steal it. Parents can't steal it. Friends can't steal it. The only person that is responsible for you losing your confidence or you not having any is yourself, because deep down you know that if you look in the mirror, you didn't do the work. If you did do the work, then you're allowing negative thoughts to grow like weeds in your head. Once we teach them that, like, yeah, they either make the choice, like, I have put in the time, I should be confident. So they tell their parents they worked on confidence. I didn't do anything. Yeah, I didn't say, hey, you know what? You're really good at this game if you didn't know that.
Right.
But confidence is one of those things where, golly, we get the blame as coaches quite a bit if their confidence starts to dip. I think in those dip moments, it's the relationship that we build with them that helps pull them out of any funk, reminding them, though, in that time, what's the one thing they can do? Get to work, get in the gym.
Exactly. Yeah. Nothing's moving without them putting in that effort. But that, high school kids there's a lot going on in their heads. Like, they're worried about school, they're worried about girlfriends, they're worried about all of those things. So, to me, that's what it's all. Let's continue to spend time with them. Let's continue to figure out what's going on. And, like, hey, when we're seeing it, like, let's go get on this early. Let's pull them into the office and let's start talking about this. So, I'm not saying we've got 100% success rate on it, but, I hope they leave the office, they feel a little bit better. Like, okay, that guy believes in me. He trusts me to go do what I do. And, now I just got to go get myself out of this funk. So, it's a lot of time, a lot of talking, but, it's also what we're here for. It's also what we're here for with these.
That's why we get paid the big bucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for checking out today's episode. Please take a moment to subscribe to this podcast, share it with your fellow coaches, and find us on social media for what's coming up next on the JAMODI podcast. It's just a matter of doing it.